Good day everyone, I'm Stangrad S. Loyosa and this is my output for your Learning Evidence 1 in Math 1D. The main topics I will talk about today are the graph of the functions using GeoGebra, the domain and ranges, the vertices, and the x and y intercepts. I'll start off with this quote. Mathematics is not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It's about understanding. William Thurston. Moving on, the two functions I chose to use are f of x is equal to x squared plus 8x plus 6 and g of x is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 3. Here, you can see the graph I created using GeoGebra. The green represents f of x and the blue represents the g of x. It is curving upwards because x squared in both functions is positive. Here, you can see the domain, range, and vertices. The domain in a function is a set of its possible inputs, i.e. the set of input values for which the function is defined. The range of a function is a set of outputs the function achieves when it is applied to its whole set of outputs. And the vertex is the minimum or maximum point of the parabola, which in our case is the minimum. You can see that both domains are the same, since it can be used as long as the value of x is an element of a real number. In terms of range, f of x determines the value of y to be greater than or equal to -10, and the range of g of x to be where the value of y is greater than or equal to -1. The vertex meanwhile of f of x is -4 and -10, while g of x is -2 and -1. The solution for the range will be presented in the next slide, while we identify the location of the vertex later on the presentation. As you can see here, these are the solutions on how we achieve the range. The standard formula to be used in both functions is 4ac subtracted by b squared over 4a. In f of x, a is 1 or x, b is 8, and c is 6. In g of x meanwhile, a is 1, b is 4, and c is 3. You'll just have to substitute the respective values and you'll arrive at the answers we mentioned earlier. Moving on, we have the x and y intercepts. The meaning of x-intercept is the x-coordinate of a point where a line, curve, or surface intersects with the x-axis, therefore the y-coordinate will always be 0. The y-intercept, meanwhile, is a point where the graph intersects the y-axis where the x-coordinate will always be 0. With the definition set, the x-intercepts for f of x are -7.16 and -0.84, while g of x are -3 and -1. The y-intercept meanwhile for f of x is 6, while g of x has 3. As you can see, here is a screenshot of the graph with an indication where the vertex and the x and y intercepts are located with regards to the f of x function. Vertex is red, the x-intercept is orange, and the y-intercept is blue. Their placements are based on the values we discussed earlier. Next slide would be the same, only with regards to the g of x function. With all of our objectives achieved, we have successfully graphed the functions, identified the vertex, domain, range, and the x and y intercepts, and broke down how we achieve each result. Once again, this is Stangrad Loyosa. Thank you.